and we came to this world to live. So there's a lot to visit, there's a lot of places, a lot of adventures, a lot of things to do, like visit other countries, visit new people, and I think that's something that everybody, some point of their life, they should do.
Welcome to Outside the Bell Curve, a show for those who just can't seem to color inside the lines. I'm Heather, and I talk to friends with cool jobs, wild stories, and a habit of choosing the unexpected. From creative freelancers to digital nomads and anything and everything in between, this is a space for redefining success on your own terms. So let's explore what it looks like to live outside the bell curve. Hey guys, today we have Santiago Iglesias. He's an entrepreneur from Argentina, now living in Mallorca, Spain. Since he was young, he's always owned different businesses, but currently he's the owner of a hostel and bar back home in Argentina, while simultaneously leading really cool excursions along the coast of Mallorca. He shows out different beaches, calas, cliff jumps, towns, all that fun stuff. Now, before all this, he was an accountant for 10 years while getting some of his businesses up and going, but just one day decided he needed a shift from the typical 9-to-5 grind. He loves sports, adrenaline, meeting new people, fitness, and most of all, squeezing the absolute most of every single day as he possibly can, because every day is simply a gift. So if you're keen to hear about the reality of cross-world moves and navigating visas, see what it's like to open up a hostel from the ground up, and most of all, adrenaline rushes, then Santiago is your guy. Oh no, but I like this chair. You sit in that. I don't care if I'm taller.
Okay.
Yeah. I think this chair is fun. I'll just be a little bit taller than you.
Nice.
Okay. Today we have Santiago Iglesias.
Yes.
We just met.
Yeah, like 2 days ago.
2 days ago. Yeah. We are currently in Mallorca. I feel like I should mention that. We're in Mallorca, Spain, specifically in Palma. And yeah, so we met on a little excursion. Tell us about the excursion we met on.
I'm here tourist guy, actually. We work here in a tourist company that we take people to visit different calas here on the island. What we do is we try to make you have a really fun day, okay? So we did a lot of stuff. We do some snorkel, we do cliff jumping, we did some paddleboard, and we climbed from some rocks and get on a rope. So thank God here, my friend, she was happy with doing everything. It was really good. It was a really fun day.
What's the highest cliff you've ever jumped from?
25 meters. I don't know how much is that on feet, but yeah.
I know, that's really high.
Yeah.
Have you ever been injured cliff jumping?
No.
Okay. That was
No.
actually, I hate that I even asked that because I don't want you to answer that.
No.
Okay. Wild. Yeah. The one you did the other day looked pretty high.
Yeah. I think my highest was in Costa Rica.
Okay.
Yeah. The thing I always, when you do some cliff jumping or some adventure stuff, it's better you see someone that is local doing it first in order to not get hurt. But sometimes when you are in the wild, probably there's nobody around, so you have to be more careful. But
yeah. What's the cliff that I jumped from? Because that was like the highest I've ever jumped from.
The one you jumped from was probably 4 meters.
Hey, I'll take it.
Yeah.
That's seriously the highest I've ever jumped from. And
Beautiful.
I was scared, so glad we checked that off the list. Okay, so tell me about, how did you end up in Mallorca? Like, what is your trajectory here?
Okay, this is a long story, but yeah.
Perfect.
I started traveling in 2021, okay? That was because of COVID. I'm from Argentina originally. The lockdown in my country was for 8 months in the 2020. The second year I was in Argentina, over there I have 2 businesses. I have a hostel and a bar. So it was really stressful because we weren't able to open to work and anything. And during the second year of COVID in 2021, my ex-girlfriend, she told me, I want to quit my job. I want to start traveling. I said, okay, let's go for it. And actually our first stop was the States.
Oh, where?
Yeah, we went to California for 5 months. Okay.
5 months. During COVID?
It was in 2021, was from June 2021 till December 2021.
Perfect. Oh, good time of year.
Yeah. So it wasn't during COVID, but it was like, yeah.
Okay.
So we started there, but 2 months afterwards, we broke up. So
you did traveling?
No, that was some things from before, but yeah.
Yeah.
And after that, then I started traveling by myself. So I finished my road trip in the States.
Mm-hmm.
I went to Costa Rica. I went to Panama. Went back to Argentina. Then in 2022, I came to Italy, to Europe to get my Italian citizenship. Went back to Argentina again. And from May 2023 till May 2024, I went to Australia.
Okay.
I think you were there. in
No,
Australia.
wait, we were there at the same time.
Probably, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And the thing was, like I told you, I have a hostel in Argentina.
Yeah.
So I had to go back to Argentina for the summer. For us, the summer is when it's winter in the Northern Hemisphere. So here or in the States. So when I have like 6 months in between, so I decided instead of going to Argentina for the winter, I'm going to go there for the summer. I have 6 months in between. Let's go to Europe, European summer. So I was thinking where to go. And a lot of people told me, well, go to Spain. There's some places, some islands that they have like work. You can work for the season. Yeah. And then you're out. So they start talking about Ibiza, Mallorca. And one of my best friends that is over here, he's one of my roomies. He was living here. So I actually came here just thinking I was going to stay here for 4 months. And that's it.
Yeah.
So after that, I fall in love with the island and now I'm here.
Okay.
I never moved on. Yeah.
Yeah. So obviously you didn't think you'd end up here, but you owned a hostel and a bar back in Argentina. Was there any point where you thought that you would be doing the traditional quote unquote 9 to 5, or was that always out of the cards for you?
When I was young, I thought that was like the path to go, like, because that's what my parents or the whole society is like. They teach you had to go to school, then you had to study, you go to university, have a girlfriend, get married, have kids. That's it. For me, that's not life. I mean, I have some friends that they do that for sure, and they are happy with that. That's not of me, or life didn't make me go that way. And actually, I'm really glad I didn't go that way. I think for me, it's kind of boring. I mean, if you go every day to a Monday to Friday work, to work 9 hours inside an office for your whole life for the same company, I mean, I think you're in the system and it's like not living. And we came to this world to live. Yeah. So there's a lot to be seen. There's a lot of places, a lot of adventures, a lot of things to do, like visit other countries, visit new people. And I think that's something that everybody, some point of their life, they should do.
Yeah. What was, okay, many questions. With that, okay, what's your definition of living? Is it just exactly what you said?
For me, living is just living. I mean, I consider myself an adventurous person. So when I start traveling, I thought I live like 5 years in one. Like, because of all the stuff that happened to me, of all the places I met, all the people I met, all the things that I did, because I'm open to do everything, to have new adventures every day. So it was something that I wouldn't change for anything in the world. Of course, sometimes you can do that. I don't think you can do that for your whole life. At some point, you want to settle or to just... But I think everybody should do it.
Yeah.
At least once in your life.
Yeah. Okay, when you travel...
Yeah.
Are you often going... You seem very go with the flow. So when you travel... Are you often sitting down and making a plan or an itinerary? Or is it very loose and then you kind of just pop over to Mallorca? You're like, I'll just see what happens tomorrow.
I think for me, I'm consider myself a little bit structured. Mm-hmm. I know it doesn't seem like, but yeah, I try to have a plan. I mean, for me, it's always important to have a plan. I have a north. But then a lot of things would happen in between and I had to be like open to that things because life just put you in the way they want to put you, okay? So yeah. I have a plan in my head, and then just things happen, and I go with the flow.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, since you go with the flow, what's the best thing that has come from going with the flow?
Yeah.
It can be situational, or it can be a life moment, or what's kind of the worst thing that has come from going with the flow? Have you ever regretted going with the flow?
I think I'm that kind of person that never regrets of nothing that happened in their life. Why? Because I think we get from our worst thing or the worst thing that happened to you a lot of knowledge, and that make you the person you are right now. So of course, some things really bad happen in my life. Sure, everybody has, but I'm okay with that. That's something I say, or I regret it. No, I don't regret it. I know it wasn't good. It wasn't a good time. It wasn't a good time in my life, but things happen.
Yeah. And
if that makes you like learn a lot, become a better person or whatever, I think you have to take the best of the worst thing that happened to you.
What's the best thing that's come from going with the flow?
I think, like, for me, like meeting all the new people I met in my life. Sometimes when I start traveling, when you are solo traveling like me, you are more open to meet new people. You know, when you are traveling with your friends, almost if it's only one, it's okay. If you have one friend or whatever, you are always like a little bit close, shut. because you are with that person. But
Yeah.
when you're alone, a lot of things happen because I think you are more open to everything. So you're like forced to connect with new people, to know new people. And probably I met a lot of people that I would never have met in my life if I was like stuck in my same circle of friends or family or the places I've been in when I was in Argentina. And all of the people I met on the way, of course, you don't get things about everybody, but you can learn a lot.
Yeah. And how did you end up, I feel like you didn't quite mention it. How did you end up working for the specific adventure company you're working for now?
Okay. I think the best thing I have in my life is the people I know. So I have a really big circle of people I met on my life. So everywhere I went, I knew somebody.
Mhm.
For example, when I went to the States, somebody over there, like they helped me to get my first job. When I went to Costa Rica, I was there to visit one of my best friends. When I was in Australia, the same. I went to one of my friends' house and then I started traveling by myself. But at the beginning, somebody always helped me.
Cool.
It was the same thing about here. When I came here, my best friend was living here, so I was staying in his house. And after 1 week of holidays, because of course, this island is beautiful.
Explore.
Yeah. I started talking to everybody I know about I'm here in Mallorca. I need to find a place to live and I need a job. That was the first thing I do.
Yeah.
Of course, then I started like posting in the websites and whatever. One, like a friend of a friend, they text me, this guy has a company, they're looking for somebody. So I called him and that was my first job.
Oh, great.
Actually, yeah.
And how long have you been doing that again?
I've been doing that for 4 months last year.
Oh, wow.
So it was for the season, and this year I started again in April, so it's gonna be like 6-7 months.
Okay. What is a week like for you in that job?
In my job,
Yeah.
I mean, well, what we actually do, I think I said before, we got a van and we pick the tourists from the hotel and we take them to explore different calas.
Yeah.
So we get to meet people from all over the world. Like I met you, we met 8 different persons every day from all parts of the world.
Yeah.
So every day is an adventure because I'm happy to meet people from all over the world.
Yeah.
I have made a lot of friends in the way, and I'm interested about everything. For me, there's something, for example, like I like knowing new things. I really like people from Asia. I really.
Okay.
Because they are too different from us. Whenever I got somebody from Asia, I just start talking about how's your country, what do you eat, how's your religion, everything.
Great.
And they are really different from us, like in everything. So I've been to 5 countries of Southeast of Asia.
Okay.
Yeah, but I still want to go to other places.
Go more. You said specifically Southeast Asia, so you haven't explored more north.
Yeah, I've been to Thailand, Cambodia, Vietnam, Philippines, and Indonesia, but I still haven't been in the most important countries that are China and Japan, for example.
Japan's high on my list.
Yeah.
There's
same.
Thailand.
Thailand is beautiful.
So many places on the list. I find that like someone said like it's almost akin to the more you know, the less you know.
Yeah.
As in the more you start traveling, the more you're like, oh no, I have to go here, here, and there. And it just, the thirst is never quenched.
Yeah.
You always got to keep going and going, which is fun.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Where's your favorite place you've been to?
Favorite place I've been to travel, like on holidays or?
Okay. Few questions. Favorite place you've traveled to?
Yeah.
Favorite place that you've lived? And the place that you learned the most about yourself in?
Okay. Favorite place I've traveled was Indonesia, specifically Uluwatu. That is in Bali. Uluwatu is in the south of Bali. I don't know if you have been there.
I just went there recently.
Beautiful. Well, you see, when I was there.
Probably. I went there in October of 2024.
I was there on January 2024.
Okay, we missed each other.
Yeah. So the thing I love about Uluwatu, it was like, there's a lot of people from all over the world that lives there.
Yeah.
So people are happy. I mean, it's full of people that they work on like remotely.
Yeah.
And I don't know, it's what like the energy of the place was really beautiful.
Yeah, I loved it.
Yeah. And of course, well, the place is like the beaches and everything is really beautiful, but I love the energy.
Do you surf?
I do surf.
Okay, so good spot for you.
Yeah, I mean, all the places I've been living, there was, beside Mallorca, because there's no places to surf over here, there were like surfing spots.
Okay.
Yeah.
How does that make you feel not being able to surf here?
It's kind of, I
Sticky
mean,
topic?
yeah, but I still have like close places from here that you can go there.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
have like Portugal, for example, is next from here that you can go.
Yeah. Is it Tarifa
Well,
in the south of Spain?
Tenerife.
Yeah.
Tenerife is in the,
Kite surfing.
yeah, it's in the Canarias, like the Canarias Island.
Mm.
That's another place where you can go surfing. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's really
Okay,
beautiful.
cool. Okay. So that
Yeah.
was your favorite place you've been?
Yeah. For a place where I lived,
Yes.
okay, for me, Australia was a beautiful country. I mean, everything works like really good. It's beautiful. You have a lot of things. I love nature. So it's like kind of a wild country.
You good?
Yeah. So, well, that was like the best place I've lived.
You said where? Oh,
Australia. Yeah. But for us, it's kind of, the culture is way different because they are from like the northern country. There is like an English colony.
Okay.
So the culture is kind of different from us,
Mhm.
that we are Latin. So, and even for me, I mean, I don't have a problem with the language, but Spain feels more like home than Australia. And I knew that I wasn't able to stay there for a long time because it's really hard to get the papers. So I always thought in my head that some place of Europe would be like the place to settle.
Yeah.
And then when I came here, it was like, okay, I can look.
This is the place. I felt the opposite in Australia. It's funny because you're from Latin America, or you're from South America, a Latin country, and I'm from North America. I'm from United States. So when I got to Australia, it was cool, but I was like, this feels too familiar.
Okay.
It was great, and like it would have been a place I could have settled down long term, but like you said, papers are so hard to get and so far away from home. But yeah, it's opposite too. It just felt it was too familiar.
Exactly.
I was like, I shouldn't travel halfway across the world to be someplace that's the same as home. Especially in Melbourne. I was like, I could just live in New York if I'm going to live in a place like Melbourne.
Makes sense.
Which is why I went to Byron.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Byron Bay is probably the best place of Australia.
I think it's one of the best. I mean, there's still so much of the world for me to see, but that was the place where I feel like my heart is just...
You know why? It's full of Argentinians. That's why.
That's why I like it. Yeah, baby.
Yeah.
Yeah, it really is.
Yeah.
Okay, where do you feel like you learned the most? Yeah, where did you grow the most as a person? 'Cause I'm sure it hasn't been all, sugar plums and daisies.
No. I mean, one of my hardest travels was when I was in Italy. I
Getting your visa?
Exactly. My citizenship.
Oh, yeah.
For example, I was able to get my citizenship back in Argentina, but my brother did that and it took him 4 years. I knew that if I go to Italy, it will take me like between 3 and 6 months. Most of the time you have to be there. And when I was there, it's really common to go to a really small town because it's easier. There's less people. They can do like more quick, sorry. And I ended up in a town really south from Italy that was called Bagnara Calabra. It was a town of 9,000 citizens. It was really small. There was nothing to do.
Yeah.
Nothing to do. There was no young people because in the south of Italy, there's a lot of places that people are living. So they're stuck with old people that are about to retire and that's it.
Yeah.
So there wasn't young people. There wasn't like a bar, a nightclub. Like there wasn't activities to do. There wasn't even work because there was nothing to do over there. And I had to be there for 3 months. And for me, that I'm a person that I would like to like do stuff, like go out, or I'm full of energy, so I have to do different things. Yeah. Just being stuck in one place with no friends, with nobody I knew, with no young people. So it was like really hard. I had very long days, and having like, 24 hours of your day, and the only thing you sleep, and then you have the other 16 hours. What do I do? Yeah. So I had to learn how to be calm. Like just to be chill, to go to the beach and read a book, to take naps. I'm not used to take naps. So, and the day was... What's a nap? Yeah, the days were like really, really slow. Yeah. And when you are so many hours by yourself, you start thinking about a lot. Mm-hmm. And you start learning more about yourself. And I think that was something that I had to learn a lot of, just to be patient. Mm-hmm. For example, and to know you. When you are you like a long time, you get to know you like your worst things probably. Yeah. That was really hard.
Do you feel like you've taken that with you throughout life, or are you?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
I think since started to travel, and mainly when I started traveling by myself, I had learned a lot of stuff from myself, and I have growth like in a positive way, I think.
Yeah.
And I remember when I was back in Argentina, of course I have my circle of friends, my family, but sometimes you feel like you're shut on the people you know.
Yeah.
And once you start like traveling solo and you get to know new people and everything, you had to learn to be more open. You had to learn to just being in places or doing things that you are not used to.
Mm-hmm.
So you get out of the comfort zone.
Yeah.
Okay. And I think that's something that's really positive for everybody.
Yeah. Well, so it sounds like that was a learning curve for you originally.
Exactly.
Yeah. This is interesting. I've talked to I never forget, I have this friend of mine who we were like at the beach in New York, and we were both probably like, I don't know, mid-20s. And I found that he'd never been to the movie theater by himself, or he'd never gone to the beach by himself. Neither of the things. And I said, well, what do you do if you want to just go to the beach one day and nobody wants to go with you? And he goes, I just don't go.
Makes sense. Yeah, I never traveled like alone in my life before I start traveling, and it was because I broke up with my girlfriend.
Mm-hmm.
So I can understand everybody that feels like afraid of doing it.
Yeah.
I think that's normal, and everything we've been talking about, I think it's really normal to get afraid of. But once you do it, you don't regret it.
No.
For sure.
What I've told people, I think it's just a muscle that you have to work on. Because I think you can almost be too good at being by yourself at times, for sure, which I'm sure you probably explored when you were in Italy. But it's just a muscle, like, you're like, okay, I'm going to go here by myself and see how it goes. Something small, like I'm going to go have dinner by myself, or I'm going to go to a concert by myself. Like the first concert I went to by myself, I was terrified. I was like, this is going to be so awkward. What do I do with my hands? Who do I talk to? Do I go on my phone? Do I just not? Do I just sit like this? Do I stand like that? But you just do it, and then you get used to it.
And how was it?
It was great.
Yeah.
And then I've gone to so many concerts by myself since then, because I did this a lot when I was living in New York, because everybody has such different schedules, and so many concerts are on like a Tuesday or a Sunday. And asking people to go to these obscure bands, I got so sick of people being like, I don't know this band, or I'm working, because I worked in hospitality.
Okay.
So I was just like, I stopped asking. I was like, I'm going to go by myself. And I often found that there's always so many people there by themselves as well.
Yeah.
Just find someone to dance with.
Exactly.
Yeah. And then with traveling, because you own a hostel, like you mentioned before, if you are traveling with somebody, you might not meet as many people as when you're just solo and you're just open to.
Exactly.
Yeah.
A lot of people for that, like the guests or clients we have in my hostel, they come there by themselves, and then they end up like meeting new people, having a lot of friends. And that's, for me, that's what's making most happy. When I see the people that after a couple of weeks or months or years, I don't know, I follow some in Instagram or whatever, and I see that they're still together, it's like, okay.
Yeah.
It was really good.
How did you come to owning a hostel in Argentina?
It was because of my oldest brother.
Cool.
We used to live in Buenos Aires, that is the capital.
Uh-huh.
And Buenos Aires is the capital, and it is in the state of Buenos Aires. So it's the city in the state. We were born in a city that is 400 kilometers from the city of Buenos Aires, that is called Mar del Plata. That's where we were born. After a couple of years, when we were raised in Buenos Aires, my brother decided to go back to Mar del Plata because it was cheaper, and he rent a really big house. And he had a lot of room in the house, so he started renting it like share rooms, okay? And after that, he has, I can do a hostel. So he rent a bigger house, like a mansion. He started to build every room like a hostel.
Yeah.
And 1 year later, me and my other brother, that is on the middle, we associate with him, and then we start working together.
Cool. So you're the baby of the family.
I'm the youngest. Yeah.
How does that feel?
Beautiful.
I'm the baby. It's a pretty nice life.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're just coasting.
Yeah, the oldest is the one that has to fight with the parents to get all the permits of everything. And when you are the youngest, it's like, okay, they done the job, good job.
Just go. You're going to do what you want to do.
You're going to survive, yeah, for sure.
You'll figure it out. Awesome. Okay. Do you have a preference between what's your favorite job you've done? Is it this, or is it owning the hostel or something else?
I mean, the favorite job I've done in like working for somebody else, this one.
Great.
Yeah, working for somebody else, this one. Yeah, because I get to go to the beach every day. I love nature. I love the beach. I love like doing like adventure stuff like climbing, camping, whatever. It's meeting new people from all over the world. I love it. But yeah, the best job, of course, was like my job that is working in the hostel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pretty big deal.
Yeah.
I feel like most people don't like their jobs.
I'm in a period of my life that I love everything I do. Yeah.
That's fantastic.
Yeah.
Okay. So is there anything else you want to add? Is there anything I didn't ask about you that you want to share?
I think like the goal of this, what are you trying to do is really important. Like trying to get people to just not be afraid of exploring life. I think like we are all like stuck in what the system tried to tell us that you had to go to school, what we would talk before, like be in a safe place.
Yeah.
I think that's a lot of things that you are losing. We come here just to live, you know. We don't come to this life to work, you know. It's the opposite way. So you work for some money and to live. You have to live. You have to spend. You have to do a lot of stuff. Just make mistakes. Go to other countries. Meet new people. I don't know. Explore. You know, it's life is an adventure. And I think like everyone should be like brave to do it. I know that having this type of life like is kind of scary, you know. But I tried when I talk to the people like friends of mine, of people that know me, that they ask me, "How you do that? Why you do that?" It's like at the beginning, I was like you. I was afraid. I mean, I was scary. I wanted to do this like years before I started, and there was always I don't know, because of I was studying. I had a really good job.
Yeah.
I had a girlfriend. It was like there was always an excuse. And that was it. It was an excuse. I was afraid. That's it. And I started because of COVID mainly. And I think that was the best thing that happened in my life. The only thing I said I don't regret about anything, but it's I wish I've done this like before.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. But it's hard to fit it all in. There's a lot of things I'm like, oh, I wish I did yachting, especially being here in Mallorca. I'm like, oh,
Yeah.
but you kind of can't change, you know.
Yeah. There's no time, actually.
There's no time to do it all.
It happens when it happens, you know? So
Yeah. That's why I always work on like not using the words shoulda, coulda, woulda.
okay.
Because I'm like, oh, it is what it is.
Exactly.
You know, I didn't do that, so I shouldn't have done that.
Beautiful.
You got it. Well, I was going to ask you what piece of advice you'd offer, and that's a gem.
Thank you.
Okay, last, most important question. What song do you have on repeat right now?
What song I have in repeat right now?
What are you listening to in the shower?
Tattoo. It's an Argentinian. We listen a lot of cumbia in Argentina. That's like very popular in Argentina. There's a song that is called Tattoo from Uluwatu. That's the one I'm hearing a lot.
How does it go? I don't know it.
I don't know the lyric.
You can hum it.
I can't remember right now.
That's okay. I'll listen to it.
I'll block myself.
That's fine. That's fantastic. I'll listen to it later.
Okay.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much. I learned a lot about you because I knew nothing about you beforehand.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. So there we go. Perfect.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you. My pleasure.
Perfect.
Bye.
Oh, that was fantastic.
Yeah.